Hey, this is Chris Gore. You're listening to Dr. Gonzo Radio. I'm Dr. Gonzo Piqua, something.com. I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
Yeah, we'll have Zach. I'll have Zach do the next bumper.
So, hey, Dr. Gonzo's here.
Put a dime in him, you gotta let the whole song play out.
He's like human jukebox.
Oh, he's a talker, ain't he?
He's an old fat grandpa man.
Yeah, Dr. Gonzo here. Went and saw a great movie today, Twisters. Now, I was a big fan of the original Twister movie with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. There'll be no spoilers in this review. I want you to go see it. If you want a good popcorn movie, a good movie, it's really doing well at the box office. And I personally don't gauge the movies that I see based upon box office returns, anything like that. I want to go see what I like. The original movie Twister with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton was a great movie. I owned it on VHS. I owned it on Blu-ray, DVD, the whole 10 yards. I've watched that movie well over 50 times. It's one of my favorite movies. It's just, I like it. I like the original. But you don't have to watch the original to appreciate this movie. But if you've watched the original movie as many times as I have, you're going to see a lot of what I call tip of the hats to the original movie. There'll be no spoilers in this, but they do show Dorothy 5 that goes up into the tornado. I'll tell you that. So anyway, great tips of the hat to the original Twister movie. This one is starring Daisy Edgar Jones, the girl with 3 first names. Hey, not really familiar with the actress, but she's a really good actress. She does a really good job in this. And they kind of do a tip of the hat to Helen Hunt's clothing. They do like the khaki pants with the white undershirt top and stuff like that. I thought it was interesting to show homage to the original movie like that. Glenn Powell, who is of course in Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, and in a lot of male lead movies right now. This movie doesn't go into any climate change type of thing or anything like that. Also starring Anthony Ramos. And between Daisy, Glenn, and Anthony, there's a really great tension in this. And if you watch the original Twister movie, they've kind of flipped a bit of it. Corporate storm chasers versus the barn burners. You know, they have the trailer, the camper, and all that kind of stuff, and just crazy bunch of miscaps in there. The special effects in this are off the hook. They're very good. They're very, very good. Let me show you a little bit. This is how the original Twister movie back in the day with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton. This is the story. Who doesn't love the Tasmanian Devil? Special tip of the hat to Mel Blanc, who did all the voices of a lot of those cartoon characters. Well, let me show you a real quick clip. Again, they're trying to create a early warning system in order to help people out. One thing I really liked about this movie was it's all filmed in Oklahoma, actually filmed on site. They actually had a lot of delays and stuff like that because of the weather. Now, I've been in Enid, Oklahoma, when I was out on tour with Gary Lewis and even Alien, that was before Gary Lewis. Our tour route was around the panhandle of Oklahoma. So there's some rough weather there. My first gig with Gary Lewis was in Tulsa, and we saw a tornado off in the distance from our hotel. Two guys out front looking at it saying, no, it ain't going to come this way. Don't look at it. Don't get all rising up about it. But Oklahoma is definitely hard weather there. I've had to drive in vertical rain, which is an experience, and seen it where 360, your whole entire view is lit up from lightning. It can be pretty scary and it can be very dangerous. But Oklahoma, the people are enduring and just beautiful people. So let's get to that Twister clip right now. Let me show you a little bit of it.
What do you see?
It already has a nice structure. Moisture levels are just right and lots of cape.
What else are you seeing?
Flow is clean, pulling tons of warm, moist air from the south.
And when that warm air and moisture busts through the cap, it explodes in the atmosphere, creating an anvil. The vertical wind shear begins to rotate the updraft, forming a mesocyclone.
And here's the mystery.
We don't know how a tornado forms. We see the hook on the radar, but
What are all the invisible factors coming together? I mean, every little detail that
has to be perfect. And it's a mix of what we know and everything we can't understand. It's part science, part religion. Come on, baby. Come on. Please, come on. Please. Come on.
There it is. Yeah, baby!
Here we go.
You see that? That's a tornado right there, baby. Get some photos of that, man.
Birth of a tornado, nature's masterpiece.
Now, the thing I liked about that scene in particular, it's really great editing. It was inverting the dialogue, showing the dialogue between the two different vehicles. And they kind of did a homage to the red truck that was in a lot of the Twister movie. The character Tyler, who's more the tornado wrangler, they call him. He's in the red truck and Daisy's in the corporate vehicle. And it was really interesting editing because they go in between the vehicles and they kind of tie that together really cleverly. It was a well done movie. The story was good. It shows the humanness and compassion of people coming together in times of after a Twister's hit. And again, the special effects are great. I highly recommend this movie. It's doing great at the box office. Of course, we're going to have a busy week this week with Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, and have a review coming up of Despicable Me 4, which was a great movie, and just a lot going on with the election and all that. I gotta say, no matter what side of the election that you're on, this is apart from the movies. I'd love to go back to the 80s. A lot of us have been saying that because movies were great back then. Let's make movies great again. So when Hulk Hogan, who seems not to have aged at all, did the Trumpomania thing, I thought, man, dude, this is like the 80s. The whole thing was very Reagan-esque to me. So I've already got my mullet. I've already got my Tic Tacs, and I'm wearing a Ramon shirt. So I'm ready to go back to the 80s without all the cocaine I did back in that day. So, hey, Twisters is a great movie. I highly recommend you also watch Twister, which is a great movie as well. And again, nothing in it that you could be defined as woke. The tension between the three lead characters and the romantic triangle is a real interesting take. But it's a great movie. The dialogue's great. And the one thing I want to say is I've been listening hard to the movies lately. This movie, like the original, has a great soundtrack. It has a great soundtrack, and whoever was doing not just the soundtrack, but the song picks in it, it hit on the money every single time. And as a musician and as a music producer, I love to see when they get it right. And Twister's got it right. So Dr. Gonzo gives it a Tic Tac and a 2 thumbs up. Go to the movies. And one thing can I say, of course, raise your kids and your children, your grandkids the way you want, but teach your kids to appreciate movies. I highly recommend that you talk to your kids about the movies. I still do. My kids are all in their 30s. I have 2 grandbabies too. And I'm talking Willow May. My youngest grandbaby, he doesn't talk yet. Well, he babbles, but Willow May gets excited to go to the movies. She loves the movies. So teach your kids, no matter what age they are, talk to them, tell them, and leave the door open. If they want to like movies that you don't like, keep that door open. I mean, everybody can like different stuff. That's okay. It's important that you talk to your kids about the movies, get them excited to go see the movies again. So hey, this is Dr. Gonzo saying, I will see you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, some boys go to college, but we think they're all wussies, because they get all the knowledge, and we get all the... All right, I'll do it. Yes!
Hail to the king, baby.
What the hell are you two doing? That's called rocking out. You wouldn't understand, Dad. You're not with it. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you.
And this is Dr. Gonzo for all you baby boomers. Hey, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you right around the corner.
Hi, my favourite DJ, Dr. Gonzo, is on the air right now. Dr. Gonzo is live Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The doctor knows what you need. The true classic hits of the 60s, 70s and 80s. So tune in to GonzoRadioPequa.com 24/7. Buy the ticket and take the ride, because that's just what the doctor ordered. Tune in worldwide on the internet of Spotify.